We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Joe Calzaghe. He weighed in at 75 kilos bang on. He's 183 centimeters tall with a reach of 185. And standing across the ring from him, perhaps the greatest to ever do it, Sugar Ray Robinson. Out of Harlem, New York, 72.6 kilos. He's 180 centimeters tall with a reach of 184 centimeters.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Here comes the pride of Wales. You are looking at an
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting the renowned unified world champion with a remarkable undefeated career, introducing the 2-division champion of the world and boxing's pride of Wales, please welcome Joe, the Italian Dragon Calzaghe. Fighting out of the blue corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
Which fans are going to be happy, which fans are going to be sad, I don't know, but it's the argument I love.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Now I'm going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. That uppercut digging to the body. The straight right just misses. When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Straight right just misses. Nice lead hook. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? You've been coasting against too much. Keep doing what you're doing.
And there's the bell for round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
They score with that right uppercut. Good counter punching. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Misses with the straight left. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Starting to make mistakes in your switch. Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good work out there. Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Get your mind in the middle. You can miss him. Right.
Let's get it started in round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. Both men step back for just a moment. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Perfect counter shot. Just misses with the right uppercut. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talking about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Back out there and win the round.
Back at it in round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Oh, and Joe Calzaghe just took a heavy shot. Disaster averted.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Catch and shoot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Good counter punch. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Holding nothing back here in the round. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Well, sometimes it couldn't be the sweetest sound.
Just box it, just be smart. Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath. Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through.
There's the bell to start round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Good defense stopping that jab. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he misses with that straight left. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Beautiful counter shot. Nice exchange here from both. Sugar Ray is down. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
That's lights out right there.
Talk about Robinson in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Love the response though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Now you're switching on. You're starting to make mistakes, and you switch. Nice round, good round.
Here we go in the 6th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Missed with that jab. He's willing to go where the other fighter won't. A perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Hold that thought! The pride of Wales in some real trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know.
And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. His stamina is off the charts. Well done with that counter shot. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Focus back, get that jab. Great work, I love it. I love it, that jab slick. Okay, focus. Big, deep breaths.
And we enter the 8th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Joe Calzaghe is on the canvas. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
He blocks the hook. Nice job to block that uppercut. He threw a punch and just got countered. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big hard lesson. I totally agree.